But the environmental control system, if humidity, salinity, temperature is at a more stressful state, the deterioration of the devices in the environmental control is possible. Like that actually. So, in this way, you will find everything is interdependent. The human society affects environmental change, but the human society is also vulnerable to the environmental changes. So, these are all generally known things to you because you are all already in environmental field. Whatever we were discussing again and again, instead of organizing seminars, reading papers, which is better to somebody was telling locally we should start the environmental. That is what is coming in ancient Indian literature. That is what they said again and again. So instead of speaking much, you build one well, you dig a well, you will get merit. That's what they are saying. Same thing. ऐसा कहना भी नया नहीं है कि आपको अभी ये सब नहीं करना है, आपको प्रैक्टिकली करना है। प्रैक्टिकली करने के बाद सैकड़ों सालों पहले बता दिया ऑलरेडी आपको। देखो ऐसा करिए, you dig the well, you will get merit. Don't speak about environment, you do really, you plants को लगाइए forest में, you will get punya. There's Krishna I said that. So same argument was there in ancient time also. So this is also a concept कोई नया नहीं है कि आपको practically अभी करना है. Already they have discovered in ancient literature. Practically करने के लिए बार-बार बोल रहे हैं वहाँ. There was no any description. जैसा आजकल हम बता रहे हैं environment के बारे में हम चर्चा कर रहे हैं, वैसे चर्चा नहीं है. No discussion, such discussion in ancient India. Practically they were doing and practically they were encouraging us to do these things. Because our ancient Indians were very practical people. We are not practical now. So this is what a phobia. We are thinking that we are developed actually. No, we are actually, they were so much developed. That is what actually we find in ancient Indian literature. So they were very practical people and they were not speaking, they were just doing. So environment context also, they were doing everything they were doing. These things I wanted to present and exploiting the nature. You see, nowadays everybody is exploiting the nature. You see, India is such a huge country. You see, now we say this India, present India is not India. Actually, we have Jambudvipa concept. So some years ago there was no Pakistan at all. There was no Afghanistan. It was the Gandhar. So such a huge land India was having. So it's such huge land, nearly 25%. Nowadays actually, in those days more. 25% is the forest land. And we have environmental very rich land, Indian land. इतने संपत्ति है हमारे पास, इतने फॉरेस्ट हैं, इतना पानी का ये है, इतने नदियां हैं, जीवन नदियां हैं, ये सब सैकड़ों सालों से हम एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, लेकिन एंजॉय करते 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 इंडियंस उसको वैल्यू पता नहीं चल रहा, वैल्यू पता नहीं चलते हुए we started exploiting the nature. तो कोई कीमत ही नहीं है इंडिया में, क्योंकि बहुत भरपूर पड़ा है, यहाँ plenty of trees, plenty of land. ऐसा करते करते आज हम इस स्थिति में पहुंच गए हैं, either no rains or heavy rains. Heavy rains अभी हम देखे, मैं अभी बताया, इतना मुसीबत आया. देखिए, once upon a time there were rains in only Kerala and Tamil Nadu, such areas. And this ये जो पहाड़ी इलाका में happily they were constructing houses and there was not much disturbances. And suddenly rain started here. There is no rain now in south side. This is the great environmental imbalance. It is happening due to our exploiting the nature. क्योंकि nature कितने दिन वो, we have one famous proverb in Sanskrit, धर्मएव हतो हन्ति, धर्मो रक्षति रक्षिता. If you destroy the dharma, dharma will destroy you because it is not just, we speak silently. So we apply it to the vriksha, vrikshayeva hato bhanti, vriksho rakshati rakshita. If you protect the trees, trees will protect you. If you destroy the trees, trees also will destroy you. So this is how you should understand the environmental these things. But I request all of you, you are all some of the science background and environmental background, please go through the ancient Indian literature once. you will get plenty of great environmental awareness, because I was teaching, I teach actually regularly this course in JNE, environmental ethics, but I teach only through this ancient literature angle. So please go through once. Everywhere you have plenty of material. You have in Mahabharata. In Mahabharata, a context comes that don't destroy the trees. Trees can see. There is one verse. Trees can see. Trees can go. Trees can smell. Such verses are there in Mahabharata, and also in Ramayana also. And many Bhagavati writes in one play that he remembers Rama goes to the forest, and after many days, when he comes back, this Ingudi Padapa story. So this is the Ingudi tree. ये तो वही Ingudi tree था, जिसको हम बहुत साल से पहले एक बार सोच लीजिए, ये Ingudi tree का वर्णन करने का वाल्मीकि का क्या जरूरत था? What is the importance of tree? ये कोई इसमें क्या है? Because they know the importance of trees. That is why वो हमको पता नहीं है. We are quite ignorant what they are describing. आपको पता नहीं है, आप ऊपर से बोल रहे हैं कि एशियन में कुछ नहीं है. This is our ignorance. हम बोलते हैं ना, निरुक्त में आता है कि नैश स्थानो अपराधः यदेन मध्यो न पश्यति. आप रात में जा रहे हैं, एक स्थानु वहाँ खड़ा है, उसका अपराध नहीं है, ये आपका अपराध है, उसको जाके लग गए हैं आप. ऐसा ही है. एशियन इंडियन लिटरेचर में इतना ज्ञान संपन्न नहीं है. And clearly, and when Dilipa goes to the Vasishta's hermitage in Ramayana, वहाँ डिस्क्रिप्शन आता है, दिलीपा नामधेयानि पृच्छन्तौ वन्यानां मार्गशाखिनां. And when Dilipa was traveling to the Vasishta's ashram, through forest they were traveling on their chariot, रथ के ऊपर जा रहे थे. So when they found some village people, Dilipa started asking the names of those trees, names of those trees. You see the description. Why should we describe like the names of the trees? So they gave importance to the trees. That is why there are descriptions. Because normally they gave. Do we know the names of trees nowadays? एक दो जानते हैं. We have forgotten all the names. Village trees थोड़ा बहुत जानते हैं हम. शहर के जो विलेज की जो ट्रीज है उसका थोड़ा नीम का ट्री है और दूसरा पीपल का है, कुछ हम जानते हैं, लेकिन बाकी कितने ट्रीज है विलेज में ही हम कुछ नाम ही नहीं जानते. तो दिलीप को वो सब पता था, उसका नाम नहीं पूछ रहा है, वो फॉरेस्ट में जो ट्रीज है उसका नाम पूछ रहा है दिलीप विलेजर से. अय्यंगवीन मादाय घोषवृद्धान उपस्थिता नामधेयान पृच्छन्तौ वन्यानां मार्गशाखिनां. मार्गशाखी शाखी मतलब ट्री है. शाखा अस्य सन्ति शाखी, जिसको शाखा है वो शाखी है. शाखी क्या है? ट्री है, वृक्ष. शाखा जिसके पास है वो शाखी है, वो वृक्ष. वो मतलब वृक्ष शब्द नहीं है, शाखी शब्द का प्रयोग. उनका नाम पूछते हुए वो जा रहा है. So such a clear description of the trees you will find there. So in such way, please try to understand our the wealth of environmental wealth in ancient literature. जो भी हो, ये तो चलो कुछ कहने के लिए पढ़ने के लिए हम कुछ पढ़ते हैं, वो अलग बात है. लेकिन मेरे मन में एक वास्तव में एक दृढ़ एक अभिप्राय है, एक कॉन्सेप्ट है. वी शुड रियली मैन्युअली वी शुड प्रोटेक्ट द एनवायरनमेंट. हमारा जिंदगी में जितना हो सकता है हमको कुछ करना है. तो हम तो ऊपर रहते हैं, 7th फ्लोर में रहते हैं जी, न्यू क्वार्टर्स में, एंड वी हैव प्लांटेड लॉट ऑफ प्लांट्स ऑन द रूफ. आप कम से कम इतना तो कर सकते हैं. बहुत उसका जरूरत कोई नहीं है, उसका खर्च होता है, लेकिन फिर भी हम thousands of rupees we spend and we planted so many and we enjoy seeing the plants. उसमें कुछ we will get lot of happiness and pleasure. तो इस प्रकार का आपको कुछ ना कुछ करना है environmental protection के लिए. ये तो जरूरी है. Everybody knows that we should also. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Wonderful lecture you delivered regarding the environmental basics, knowledge from our ancient culture and all these languages like Prakrit and all these Indian classical languages also. So, thank you for enlightening us for this valuable knowledge in the particular field. Thank you very much.
Thanks to our keynote speaker and the chairperson. Now, with a lot of gratitude, I would like to call upon Dr. Lakshmikant Sharma, Professor at the Head Department of Environmental Sciences, School of Earth Sciences, Central University of Rajasthan, Ajmer, for the keynote address. And the section will be chaired by Dr. Nishit Dharia. He's coming all the way from Gujarat, HNG University. Sir, आपका स्वागत, आप दोनों का बहुत-बहुत अभिनंदन.
So, good afternoon everybody.
A very good evening to all. Being the chair of this session, I just request to all the audience to make the silence. If you want to discuss anything, if you want to talk anything, you can talk or discuss after the talk, because it distracts the speaker as well as the listener. So this is my humble request to all the dignitaries. If you want to talk anything, please don't talk within the session. Thank you.
Before starting, I just like to add some of the points that we have already discussed from this session. Starting plastic. Hello. We have just encountered just discussing about the environment and the protection of the environment, conservation of the environment, climate change, so many blah blah blah. But now I'm just taking the charge for this one, because we have learned about from snakes to all these Sanskrit literatures and all these other aspects. We have listened from different eminent speakers regarding the environmental protections, what is environment, what is the conservation aspects. So, little bit, I just like to draw your kind attention to your own city, this Alwar region. Basically, because why I am talking this one, because I am just talking about the Aravallis. And why I am talking to the Aravallis, that is the great importance of this one. I will use this platform to sensitize this type of the local aspect of the environment, because we are sitting here, we are just eating and doing all these things. You know, in the borders, so many plastic elements are also there. So each and everything we are using plastics, and so many things are there. That is not the environment friendly actually. We are sitting here, that is not the environmental friendly. All these things are there because daylight is also there. So many things are there. We cannot control all these things in our hands, but at least somehow what we are in our hands. And earlier my colleagues was telling that every research should be disseminated to the grassroots level persons. A person who is more concerned toward this one. You know, I am talking about the natural green wall of India, the Aravallis. 2.5 billion years ago, it was originated from the Earth's surface. And it's an oldest range of the old world right now. And now, these days, it is disappearing day by day. And you know, it is disappearing very, very rapidly still. So that's why I just like to draw your kind attention. All of you are maybe from the background is environmental science, I don't know, maybe from other backgrounds, but it is a sensitized matter to each and everybody. Particularly, I would like to request Professor Principal Sir for this, because this is in your Alwar district also covering. And it is very well known for this one, nature provided green wall. And it is providing, naturally protecting us from the desertification in India. The third desert, which is known and growing rapidly due to the urban expansions and other activities also. Basically, I am dealing with the environmental remote sensing, and we are dealing with the remote sensing and satellite data, so all these things. But this is the matter of this one, climate change aspect. That's why we have given this full attention to this one, and last 6 to 7 years I'm working on this platform. So, next please. Yeah. Everybody knows about the forest. What is the importance of the forest? And you know very well that the Amazon forest is degrading due to the forest fires. And you know, forest fire is the burning factors throughout the world. Canadian forest is burning, Spanish forest is burning, Australian forest is burning, you know, and so many other European cities also, in Alaskan regions, in Indian somehow, Indian region is also burning, and a lot of population are not affected. And this is a great hazard right now. So forest importance, you know better. Those who are living with the nature, they know very well that what is the importance of the forest. And you know, all these hills or hill ranges are basically covered the most of the forest area of the whole world. And very big, dense forests, they are also covering with this all over the world. So this is the India's protected areas map, and the world protected areas map. You see how much areas of the forested areas are actually depicted in this one. So this is the concern of this environmental sensitive areas is also required, SEAs, because ministry, environment ministries is given so much attention toward the growing of the forest every year. But what is the result of this one? And each and every year we are cutting more trees rather than planting the trees. In today's session, morning session, everybody was talking about we will plant the 1,000 trees or 1 lakh trees or maybe 2 lakh, 10 lakh or something like that. Is it sufficient for this protection of this nature or natural wall or natural vegetation cover of the entire world? So you just think about how we are dealing with the climate change situation. What is our strategy behind this one, that how we are dealing with a great problem which we are facing and how we are dealing with this one. So that is the more concern about this one. So our study is focused on this one. So little bit attention is required. Let me explain. So environmental sensitive areas or zonation is required each and every country. In India is also required. So basically the entire Aravalli region is designated as a sensitive zone for this environmental aspect or ecological aspect. It's an ecological corridor, you can say. Next please. So what is the motivation of this type of research we are doing? The motivation is that the entire review was telling that no any finest boundary till date is provided by the Government of India for the entire Aravalli region. It is very surprising fact that no any authorized boundary of the entire Aravalli region. You know, and Aravalli just started from the Raisna Hills, which is the Rashtrapati Bhavan is located on these hills. That is also the Aravalli region, Aravalli Hills. And from Raisna Hills to the Gujarat Palanpur areas. This is the longest way of this route, ecological corridor or the green wall of the natural green wall of India. This is designated as Aravalli. 20 kilometers to 200 kilometers width is this one. And it is spread through the 4 states, entire Delhi NCR region, Haryana, Rajasthan and Gujarat. And most of the area covers of the entire Aravalli, 80% of the part covers in the Rajasthan region. And it's very surprising fact that in Rajasthan region, nobody wants to preserve or conserve or save our Aravalli. So that's why I am telling this is very great concern for this region also, because nearby the Sariska is also there, and the entire Sariska range is just surrounded by the Aravalli range. And very oldest range we have to conserve, because different pastoral communities belong to this one. Their livelihood depends on this one. so many socio-economic aspects are also enhanced with this one. So that should be required to protect this one. Next please. So for this particular aspect of the study, we have taken two of the aspects. One is from 1975 onward to 2019. What was the situation? What is the situation of the Aravalli from past to present? And after that, with the special modeling, we have just generated the simulation mapping with the some of the satellite data modeling, and from 2059 years, how much will be defeated the Aravalli range, we have concluded out. So this type of the research in two phases we have done in the particular system. And what is the eco-sensitivity productivity estimation? So this is a very, very fantastic study we have done. Last, since 7 years we are doing this one. And it's a real sense of the problem we have solved, because everybody should know about the status of the Aravalli actually. What is the status of the current state? So that's why the study is very important. Next, and what is the socio-economic and the socio-ecological conditions of this one due to the changes of the Aravallis? So next please. Yeah. Now you see the entire picture of the Aravalli range. One side, the Great Thar Desert is there. One side, excuse me. So this is the range of the Aravalli, and you see this is the eco-coastal region. The two ecosystems, one ecosystem is a desert ecosystem and the another one is the plain region. So in between them, two consecutive ranges of the ecosystems, if they are interconnected to each other, then we can say ecotonal region, and this ecotonal region is the Aravalli range. So this is the natural green wall of India. And you know, surprising fact is that Government of India in the United Nations tell that we will build up another green wall as looking like as the African green wall in India, and which is cost is rupees 1400 crore rupees. So that is my question, that why not we should conserve or protect our natural green wall, which is free of cost available and which is provided by the nature itself. So that is the more concern. And you know, the importance of the Aravalli is that you see how many national parks and sanctuaries are there. Even the Sariska National Park, Todgad Aravalli Wildlife Sanctuary, Kumbhalgarh Wildlife Sanctuary, Nahargarh Wildlife Sanctuaries, Slok Deer Wildlife Sanctuaries in Mount Abu, Wildlife Sanctuary, Sultanpur Bird Sanctuary, Aravalli Biodiversity Park, all these covers this entire Aravalli range. And you know, the 6 rivers originated from this Aravalli range is the Luni, Sabarmati, Banas, Ruparel, Saki and Sukri river. So you see how much importance in the environmental factors in the surrounding areas and how the particular things. And you see the lowest peak is found in the upper range near Delhi and the Rewari district of Haryana. And the highest range of this Aravalli range is the Guru Shikhar. 1727 meter height is this one. The highest range in the Guru Shikhar. So this is the way of the global aspect of the, you can say the geographical aspect of the Aravalli. Next please. So that was the whole strategy behind this study, that we have taken the Google Earth Engine data and different satellite images from 1975 to 2019, and digital elevation model was developed with the use of this satellite data, and ultimately region of interest was created, and ultimately we have used the simple machine learning algorithms to find out the different classification algorithms, and ultimately we have find out the different generation gap through the time period of the Aravalli range. Next please. Now you see the results. I'm just focusing this one that from 1975, this is the image where you see the entire Aravalli range, how much the greener part is there, and you see the 2019, the last one, you see the how the changes is there. So entire Aravalli range, if you see from 1975 to 2019, you see the forest range and the barren land is maximum changes is occurring in that range. So it means that the mining area increased continuously from 0.11 to 1.56%. That is a tremendous changes in terms of the duration of the 1975 to 2019. Which means that the entire mining area, the illegal mining of this particular range is very, very frequent. And if the rate is coming, then it will be very, very difficult to save this Aravalli because particularly the upper part, you see the upper region which is very, very nearer to the Haryana block, it will be disappear after 2059 as per our simulation approach. So it will be a very, very fast rate of the depletion of the Aravalli. And the lowest rate in the lower part, which is nearby the Gujarat region, because the very rich green areas in Mount Abu region is there. That's why this is very, very protected region is this one. So this is also the way of this particular important study we have carried out. Next please. Now you see, which type of the classes shift toward which classes. That is another example of this one. And you see, the barren land to settlement, that is converted into the settlement is maximum, you can say, occupy the area which is degraded or which is destruction due to the forest area or something else. So this type of the indication that the changes of the Aravallis, how in time period, temporal duration of 2019 to 2059, what will happen in the changing scenarios, you can clearly visualize the picture that how we are dealing with this one. Next please. Another, you can see the spatial change modeling. You see, in the mining area, if you see 1.58%, 1.8% of the area which is covering 2019, 2.2%. You just see the changes. 1.5 to 2.2%. Illegal mining is first going on, day by day increasing. And you see the settlement ratio 4.5 to 13.3% of the settlement is there. So 1975 to 2019, settlement ratio is also very, very rapidly increasing. And the area, you just see the forest, 46.3% of the area of the forest just dipped down to the 38.7%. So that is the real picture of the Aravalli and how we are tackling with this one. That is more concern about every citizens and human beings, those who are residing in the particular area or not. Next please. Now you see Aravalli, why this is so important. You see how much the mining, the damage of the Aravalli due to some of the factors are responsible in each and every division. You see, in the classes like mining and the dumping areas, the settlement, all these things in the valley and NCR regions, more responsible for degradation of the Aravalli. Even those, the southern part, which is also some of the indicators due to the tourism activities, excessive tourism, that is also a causal factor or indicators for the Aravalli's destruction. And in Rajasthan area, if you see, the classes like barren lands and some of the mining or water bodies, some may be the forest degradation or settlement, that is also responsible factor for this one. Next please. So, what is the recommendation for the government and other NGOs and the other civil societies members or every citizen is that the above study recommend controlling the anthropogenic activities because they restrict self-recovery property at the landscape level. The second one, in view of the hydrological and topographical nature of the study, it needs water conservation strategies to strengthen its ecology and diversity. And third, to maintain the central Aravalli region as a shock observer, follow the recommendation which is based on the study in the next slide. So these are some of the recommendations we have already sent to the Government of India, and we have also sent one of the proposal for the entire Aravalli survey through the LiDAR techniques, which is very accurate in how the peaks will be disappeared during this time period. We will easily calculate and easily aspect of all these things. So that is a more concern of this high resolution technology by which we can utilize with the resources. Next please. Now you see, these are some of the areas in field photograph that each and every activities is doing in the Aravalli region. Next please. Some of the, our research work, we have already worked on the Sambar Lake, which is wetland, and on the basis of our research, the government of Rajasthan has recommended the Sambar Development Authority to conserve this wetland also. And I would just like to tell that wetland is the way toward the overcome the situation of the climate change ultimately. So we are doing the research with the Environmental Protection Agency of USA with in the particular field of this environmental research. And our research was also covered by the Wetland International Sites, and so many other international NGOs are also covering it. Next please. And these are some of the national papers which we have done this type of study and covering by the different national newspapers. And one of the newspapers is published by the Dallas in USA, Indian Panorama. It was given first page startup with this one. So this is the study. Next page. Next please. Yeah, this one is the Aravalli's reports, and we have already published in the United Nations based on research papers on this one. And so many papers we have published on this Aravalli. And we have opposed the natural green wall against some of the proposals which was Government of India proposed in the United Nations. So these are some of the things. Next please. Thank you so much for kind attention.
Time for a couple of questions. Yeah, if you have a question, you can ask. If you have comments, you can discuss later.
The question here.
Yeah.
I think apna basic photo doctor. Thank you very much because 92 Rio Summit held. That now is 2023. लगभग 30 साल हो गए, लेकिन सिचुएशन में कोई फर्क नहीं हुआ, बल्कि डिग्रेडेड बढ़ते चला है। क्वेश्चन ये आता है कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का एक बहुत बड़ा एजेंडा भी है क्लाइमेट चेंज एंड रिन्यूएबल सिस्टम। बट द अदर साइड लोकल लेवल इज टोटली इनडिफरेंशिएट। माइनिंग, ड्रेनेज, वाटर बॉडीज, सीवरेज, सिटी डेवलपमेंट, इको सिटी, सोलर सिटी, स्मार्ट सिटी, livable city, sustainable city. Question is कि where the integration to each other, where the linkage as a local level. Isn't it? Wanted to introduce by the government local climate change act.
The kind information just like one of the example that government of Delhi government has established smoke towers to combat the air pollution in Delhi city. Install different types of towers, smoke towers. And surprisingly, we will see that the smoke towers, in beneath of the smoke towers, the AQI level are 500. So how you can see that the planners, they are planning such a way that they are not self-sufficient on these things. So this is the way by which our planners are doing this stuff. We are the scientists. We are doing this type of research work. Our job is okay, but main thing is that we can send our report to the ministry. We can send our conclusion to your society or civil societies. They can decide what should we do or what should not we do. But main thing is that for the planning purpose, our system, not our system, in all over the world, lot of research work is going on in the US, Australia also, for the forest fires. Lot of agencies are working. Still forest fires is going on. What happened? They don't have the different sources and different technologies. They have different technologies. But we are forcing or bind with the nature. Right? So we cannot stop nature. Nature itself maintains all these things. Because if the situation is occurring day by day, then what happens? Disaster will happen. Or all these catastrophes will happen. Definitely, it will destroy. And nature will create the balance itself. So the greed, one term is the greed of the human beings. That is more and more responsible for each and everything. We are planning to each other. But we are following so many things in our daily life also. We are not stopping. दिल्ली में आपने देखा होगा, दिल्ली कि आप गाजियाबाद जाएंगे, कचरे का पहाड़ देखा होगा। कचरे का पहाड़ कहाँ से है? आपने बनाया क्या उसको? आप ही ने बनाया, हमने बनाया। कचरे का पहाड़, और एक खबर आती है कचरे के पहाड़ के नीचे 2 आदमी दब के मर गए। सोचिए, you just think about this one. This type of the situation in India we are facing. And nature is providing a very beautiful scenery and beautiful hills and all these things. Rivers and so many other things are there. So nature itself providing their sustenance, all these things. But everybody is talking about this one. When you are talking about the COP of the parties, this one. Next year, maybe this year in Dubai, COP 28 will be happening. One of my students is working with the COP in United Nations. They are telling that we have so many discussions and deliberations to each and every parties also. Day and night we are working for the negotiations. But why not the other developed countries are come forward to do this one? They are just going to throw the money. You take the money. What is the REDD plus approach? Red cell is there in the ministry. REDD plus, reduction emission for degradation of forest degradation. Why we need the REDD plus here? We don't know. We don't require this one. Why we should take the money in place of this pollution or all these things? We are not the beggars. So we should just challenge this situation in the United Nations. But the situation is that we are not the planners, we are not the administrators. We can think, we can spread our thinking and all these things. We are doing our job. That is excellently we are doing. But this is the duty of the administrators or the planners, how they are dealing with this particular situations. And ultimately, climate, everybody is talking about climate change. Everybody is talking about this one. And now we are not talking, we are seeing with our own eyes that climate is changing, really. We are just now seeing this one. We are not talking right now. Talking is just past. So this is the way by which we are just forwarding all these things to the concerned communities, and it should be really alarming situation to each and everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sharma, for a very nice talk, a very nice representation of how the scenario of Aravalli is changing in last 4 to 5 decades. And you must have seen that how Aravalli is like becoming from green to yellow. And this green to yellow is not only we are losing the green wall, but we are also losing a lot of biodiversity. We are losing the habitat of flora and fauna. We are losing several fauna which are residing in the Aravallis, and altogether the desert is progressing towards us. So it will not change the entire climate, but it will change the entire scenario of the Aravallis. So it is a very nice representation. Dr. Sharma has used the models, and using those models like environmental models, remote sensing models, and using those models, he have also verified the area, the locations, and the next step maybe we will be doing the hydrological modeling, that where the hydrology can be raised and where the hydrology can be conserved. So this is a very important work that should be done in this Aravalli, because Aravalli is known as one of the oldest and longest mountain range, and as we rightly said, it's a green wall of India. So these kinds of research should be encouraged by not only by the national but the international authorities, and this kind of research should be appreciated and encouraged. So on behalf of the organizers, I thank Dr. Sharma for this wonderful talk and very informative. Thank you, sir.
On the behalf of the organizers, we extend our heartfelt thanks to the keynote speaker and the chairperson. I know you all are tired and it's a long day for every one of us, so this is the last lecture for the day. With a lot of respect and gratitude, I would like to call upon Dr. Rajendra Puri, Professor in HOD, Zoology, Government Rural College, Bikaner, Rajasthan, India, and the session will be chaired by Dr. Prem Sonwal, Associate Professor, SCRS Government College, Savai Madhopur, Rajasthan, India. आप दोनों का स्वागत है अभिनंदन है, and we look forward to hear something very good out of both of you. The stage is all yours.
It was very difficult when you were talking the last talk. Sorry talk to I would speak today on medicine protection by herbal medicinal plants. आपको अनुभव के जिला को कहते एक बात बता रहे थे कि मोबाइल फोन के ऊपर भी कोई रिसर्च होनी चाहिए। और बीकानेर में एक मैडम ममता ने और मैडम अमन ने कॉन्फ्रेंस कराई थी और दैट वो मोबाइल फोन पे ही था। Here I would like to mention here the ISRB. ISRB, you all must know about the Indian Society for Radiation Biology. In the month of November, we are going to organize an international conference and whole day will be on mobile phone and mobile tower and the results of mobile towers. मैं आप बताना चाहूँगा कि बीकानेर is not only famous for the Rasgulla Bhujan Papad. और फिर कॉन्फ्रेंस में बात की है बीकानेर इज फेमस फॉर दी कैंसर रिसर्च आल्सो। जब मैं निवास स्थान में बीकानेर में वो स्टेशन और हॉस्पिटल के बीच में मेरा घर पड़ता था। मैं ज़्यादा साइंटिफिक बात आज मैं नहीं करना चाहूँगा, मैं ब्रीफ और जनरल टॉक में करना चाहूँगा आप सबके सामने। कई बार काकरपुर ट्रेन आती है पंजाब बठिंडा बहुत सारे एरिया से बीकानेर में। दुर्भाग्य की बात है ट्रेन का नाम कैंसर ट्रेन रख दिया गया है। More than 300 to 400 cancer patients in Delhi, they gather at Bikaner railway station. They go to Achara Cancer Hospital, they get radiotherapy, and in the evening, they go back to Punjab. बहुत साल हो रहा है, I think from the 1947, 1950 तब से Bikaner में cancer शुरू हुई। I am the secretary of Indian Society for Radiation Biology. बहुत सारे awareness program हमारी सोसाइटी करवा रही है। और गवर्नमेंट उनको कॉलेज इज आल्सो फेमस फॉर द रेडिएशन रिसर्च। In this chart, I have mentioned about the different kinds of radiations. I will not go into detail. We are working on the effects of ionizing radiations on different tissues of animals. देखिए, अभी दो सिस्टम का यूज चल रहा है। देखिए, हम लोग सुन रहे हैं कि आज एटम बम गिरेगा, we all are afraid of atomic radiation. एक भय का वातावरण बन जाता है जब एटम बम की बात करते हैं। अभी 6 अगस्त को मॉक आने वाली है, नेक्स्ट मंथ हम बहुत बड़े सेमिनार्स करने जा रहे हैं हिरोशिमा और नागासाकी पे। I have been to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I visited all the places of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. रेडिएशन एक्सपोजर हमारी बॉडी में क्यों हो जाता है? What are the causal factors? Residual activity, clinical practices. आप देखिए आजकल एक्स-रेज, एमआरआई, सीटी स्कैन, सोनोग्राफी, चाहे कोपासिटी गामा रेडियोथेरेपी और रेडियो डायग्नोसिस, डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली we are getting exposed by the radiations. Maybe some little doses. या पेरिफेरल एक्टिविटीज है and hydration and excitation, which lead to free radical formation, radical fixation. In सबसे different kinds of biochemical parameters, again I will not go in detail, whether proteins, whether cholesterol, whether DNA, RNA, whether various kinds of enzymes. In सभी का diet to diet value decrease or increase होती है, it may be different in different kind of tissue. They all may lead to cellular damage. Early in the 1970s, we used to have some synthetic endoprotectors, like sulfuric compounds, like ammonium compound, phosphorylated ammonium compound, and calcium channel blockers. We used to have these endoprotectors, but they all were highly toxic. Now, what is the theme in the present day? We are focusing on the herbal endoprotection. The 20th century has faced an increasing use of nuclear energy in medical, engineering, industrial, and scientific research, and for generation of electricity. Such uses have raised the problem of radiation hazards to living beings. Similar type of chemical protection against radiation changes above an object with herbal preparation. Even I have done a PhD on it too. Developed menta, aloe vera, panax, indica, amla, moringa. Recently we are working on moringa and celery, and various kinds of vitamins. The use of plants and natural products may be beneficial in protecting against the radiation damage, as they are less toxic or particularly non-toxic than synthetic compounds. तो हमने जो यूज शुरू किया है, कहते हैं कि आओ वापस लौटे आयुर्वेद की ओर। रामदेव जी बताते थे कि अपने हिंदुस्तान हम क्यों चले गए एलोपैथी की ओर? गो टुवर्ड्स दी आयुर्वेद। जो रेडियो प्रोटेक्ट हो गए आइडेंटिटी रेडियो प्रोटेक्टर, मेरी एलोवेरा, मेरी अम्बिका, मेरी मोरिंगा, they should be used for clinical use in radiotherapy. The anti-radiation. Both kind of radiation, it should protect the chronic as well as acute. It should be already administered, very important point. That will be absorbed into the body. All the herbal protectors I already mentioned. They should be non-toxic, can be stable, and available at low cost. What kind of steps are involved? How to decide the radio protectors? बहुत से स्टेप्स होते हैं, मैं ज़्यादा कहना चाहूँगा। या मैं विद्यार्थी से बात करना चाहूँगा फॉर माय स्टूडेंट्स, कि आप सिंबल देख रहे हैं, येलो सिंबल, येलो ब्लैक। शाम में सिंबल होता है, इट सिंग्स। दिस इज द रेडिएशन एरिया। बी अवेयर। कोई प्लांट है, प्लांट का एक्सटेंशन करते हैं, प्लांट का अपन स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन करते हैं। बहुत सारे टेस्ट हैं हमारे रेडिएशन साइंस में, इन विट्रो टेस्ट भी हैं, इन विट्रो टेस्ट भी हैं। After performing all these tests, we come to the conclusion which plant extract, what dose should be given to the cancer patients. Certain plants I have mentioned here. हम sustainable environment की बात कर रहे हैं, हम पेड़ पौधे लगाने की बात भी कर रहे हैं। निश्चित रूप से जो herbal medicinal plants है, they are very much useful in the cancer prevention, in the radiation prevention, and they reduce the side effect caused by radiation. One example I have given is the America, commonly called as amla. मैं बताना चाहूँगा खासतौर पर स्टूडेंट्स को भी, I have been to United States in 2016, एलोवेरा को वो लोग पेटेंट कर रहे हैं। ये राजस्थान का डेजर्ट का विकल्प है, ग्वारपाठा है एलोवेरा, और अमेरिका में इसको पेटेंट हो रहा है। हमारे यहाँ के विद्यार्थी जो खाने के लिए बच्चों को स्वाद नहीं आ रहा है आजकल, वो तो हॉट डॉग खाना चाहेंगे, डोसा खाना चाहेंगे, कुछ और खाना चाहेंगे। They are not interested in all these herbal. न तो आंवला खाना चाहते हैं, न ग्वारपाठा खाना चाहते हैं, न तुलसी पुदीना हल्दी लेना चाहते हैं। आओ वापस लौटे आयुर्वेद की ओर। सस्टेनेबल एनवायरनमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं। यूजीसी ये कह भी रही है आजकल यूनिवर्सिटी डांस कमीशन, द रिसर्च शुड बी यूज्ड फॉर द ह्यूमन वेलफेयर। बहुत सारे पीएचडी मैंने 25-30 पीएचडी हुआ थी, नो मैटर्स। आपकी रिसर्च ह्यूमन वेलफेयर के किस काम की होती है, विधि से ऑलवेज आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन। सर ने बहुत सारे प्रश्न किए, बहुत अच्छे क्वेश्चन किए आपने कि ग्लोबल टू लोकल। मैं उसी पॉइंट पे इंटरव्यू देता हूँ। Again, this is aloe vera. Details. One of the medicinal plants. मेथी से कहते हैं जीनोस्पोरा पॉलिफोलिया। बहुत सारे प्लांट्स यूज करते हैं अगेंस्ट रेडिएशंस। बहुत सारे कैंसर हॉस्पिटल हैं हमारे सोसाइटी की ओर से जो आयुर्वेद हॉस्पिटल्स हैं वहाँ सजेस्ट भी किया है कि इस रेडिएशन डोज के ऊपर यह तरह का प्लांट उपयोगी हो सकता है। इस तरह की कैंसर के अंदर इस तरह के प्लांट उपयोगी हो सकते हैं। तो क्यों नहीं जब कैंसर पेशेंट को रेडियोथेरेपी दी जा रही है, जब कीमोथेरेपी दी जा रही है, मैंने देखा है बहुत सारे लेडीज के अंदर भी बाल हो जाते हैं, बहुत स्किन काली पड़ जाती है। बहुत अच्छे रिसर्च हमारे पास है कि अगर अपन हर्बल ड्रग दें बिफोर, ड्यूरिंग एंड आफ्टर रेडिएशन, दे कैन रिड्यूस द साइड इफेक्ट कॉज्ड बाय द रेडिएशन। बहुत सारी इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंसेस की बीकानेर में है, जयपुर में 2008 में सर बैठे पटना के साथ गवर्नमेंट कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई थी, इंडियन सोसाइटी फॉर रेडिएशन बायोलॉजी में गंगाधर में हुई थी। देश के हर भाग में सोसाइटी इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंसेस करवा रही है just to make some awareness program। किस प्रकार से आंवला का एक्सट्रैक्ट बनाते हैं, सुखाते हैं आंवला को, अब पाउडर बनाते हैं, डबल डिस्टिल वाटर जिसको अपन वैक्यूम एयर करते हैं, डिस्टिल वाटर डिसॉल्व करते हैं। और व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इन आवर लेबोरेटरी इन डुंगर कॉलेज बीकानेर, source of medicine। One of my friends was asking me, do you have medicinal facility in your college? Since you are working in the field of medicinal biology, yet I would like to mention. In the right from the beginning, we can have a बहुत बड़ा cancer hospital है for the radiotherapy. We have to go to cancer hospital. We don't have medicinal facility in our department. They are the plant-based medicine. What we are doing only radiation, related with the heavy metals, control group, and with the herbal plants, just to find out different doses of radiation. 1 gray is equals to 100 rad. Rad is the unit of radiation. These are some method dose for the human beings. Usually we give 0.5 gray to 0.2 gray to 10 gray is given to the human beings. For the different types of cancer treatment, different doses are used. You all might have heard about the ethical issue। कहते हैं कि आजकल गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने बैन लगा दिया, चूहे नहीं मार सकते, मेंढक नहीं मार सकते, सांप नहीं मार सकते। बहुत अच्छा है, मैं तो उसके विरोध में नहीं हूँ। But for the scientific research, since I am also from the government college, Department of Zoology, Government College Bikaner, we are approved by the Government of India, CPCSPA. We have our own animal house. We have a license from Government of India for killing the mice for the welfare of the society. And in different techniques which I have already mentioned, how we calculate different blood samples, different biochemical estimation in the form of increase or decrease. That देखिए अक्सर खांसी हो जाती है, डॉक्टर कहते हैं go for the X-ray। डॉक्टर ने कहना बड़ा आसान होता है go for the X-ray। X-ray आपकी बॉडी में से पास होगी, पीछे पिक्चर आ रही है। ये आपको ह्यूमन डैमेज देखिए पूरा। ये स्लाइड्स हमने खुद बनाई है, कोई गूगल से ली स्लाइड नहीं है। All my students, my school is good myself. We have prepared our laboratory. अभी बात कर रहे थे कि लैब से निकलो बाहर आओ, कहना बड़ा आसान होता है। जब तक लैब में रिसर्च नहीं होगी तब तक हम बाहर नहीं आ पाएंगे। You cannot deny laboratory researches. When I was in service, I was working on the laboratory animals. When I got retired, I am talking about field research. Kidney, आप देखिए कहते हैं किडनी स्टोन हो गया, डॉक्टर क्या कहते हैं गो फॉर सोनोग्राफी। मैं सोनोग्राफी से देखना चाहूंगा कि किडनी में स्टोन कितना साइज कितना बड़ा है। एक तो ऑलरेडी आदमी मरना है किडनी स्टोन से, ऊपर रेडिएशन और डाल रहा होगा तुम्हारे अपनी बॉडी के ऊपर। टेस्टिस नपुंसकता खूब बढ़ रही है आजकल, बहुत सारे रेडिएशन यूज हो रहे हैं, बहुत सारे एलिमेंट यूज हो रहे हैं। कहते हैं मोबाइल फोन के ऊपर मत रखो कि हार्ट की प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी, तो नीचे मत रखो कि स्पर्म की संख्या कम हो जाएगी। तो मीनिंग ये है कि मोबाइल को बाहर रखिए सामने, डोंट कीप इट इन पॉकेट। याद से मेरा टॉपिक नहीं है मेरा इंटरेस्टिंग है। देखिए ये सारी स्लाइड्स जो रेडिएशन लेवल्स की है, मैं ज्यादा साइंटिफिक पहले कहते मैं नहीं जाना चाहूंगा। अब ये आंवला चाहे गुआरपठा, चाहे तुलसी, पुदीना या फिर हल्दी ले, ये बॉडी कैसे प्रोटेक्ट कर कैसे प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे बॉडी को? दे आर पॉलीफेनॉल इंग्रेडिएंट्स। जब भी बॉडी को अपन देते हैं रेडिएशन, दे लीड टू फॉर्मेशन ऑफ फ्री रेडिकल्स एंड द ग्लूटाथायोन इज फॉर्म्ड बाय द induced by these other products. This glutathione it removes the peroxides formed by the radiation. They are potent inhibitors of hematobody system. And the kinetic mechanism reduces the form of free radicals, eliminate the hematobody oxidation and antioxidant properties. Radioprotective mechanism generated by natural plants. कौन से सेल में ये हर्बल प्लांट्स क्या क्या करते हैं, ये आपने साइंटिफिकली और डिटेल में दिया है. Then what are the future perspective of my research, of our research? After the what we are doing a good extent of like aloe vera, certain dose. The mechanism produced by the large number of nutrients and phytochemicals that can modulate radiation response are not yet there. कि किस एक्सटेंट का, किस प्लांट एक्सटेंट का कौन सा न्यूट्रिएंट बॉडी में क्या काम करता है, उस पर रिसर्च चल रही है. ये हमारा फ्यूचर प्रोजेक्ट रहेगा. Since we are working on the mice only, Swiss albino mice, I already mentioned we have find out histochemical, hematological, biochemical, and histopathological composition in different tissues. Almost all the tissues we have taken into consideration: testes, kidney, liver, brain, intestine, even the skin. All the tissues we have taken into consideration. How it is impact on different tissues. Herbal drugs होती है, so what we have found on animals, they show early recovery as compared to without treatment animals. They are team of medicinal biology Bikaner, all my faculty members, my scholars. These conferences we organize in Bikaner. अब ये कह रहे थे कि लैब रिसर्च नहीं करनी चाहिए, सोसाइटी को बताना चाहिए कि अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम क्या होता है. बहुत सारे अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं. In 2004 we organized national conference on cancer research. In 2012 we organized international conference on radiation biology. 2021 one day symposium on radiation moon workers. Then again international conference last year. 2022 again Hiroshima Day on 2022 has the rest of radiation. This is the Acharya Cancer Hospital, King Radiation Bikaner. This is the international conference on radiation biology. We organized Bikaner 2022. The delegates from more than 30 countries they participated from different parts of the world. As I think of the secretary. Again, this one day we organized just to aware the public about the radiation. कहते हैं विकिरण, पूर्ण और कर्ष, अभिशाप है या वरदान, दोनों ही तरह के देख लें. यूज आपको करना है, पॉजिटिव काम में करना है, नेगेटिव में करना है. कैबिनेट जी को बात कर रही है, मैडम बैठी है. थैंक यू सो मच मैडम. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द पेशेंस हियरिंग. थैंक यू ममता मैम फॉर गिविंग दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी एज अ बेटर स्पीकर. थैंक यू सो मच.
डॉक्टर पंडित ने बेहतरीन लेक्चर दिया. मेडिटेशन किसी के मन में
It can be taken into consideration from my next research. In the Bikaner, the research is going on the effect of camel milk on the treatment of diabetes prevention. We are not part of the cancer prevention, we are not part. We can take this and my next project we can take it to consideration.
Yeah, I know. The diabetes research is famous from
Sure, sure.
but the radiation research on camel milk could be more famous.
Sure. It can be taken into consideration. It can be taken. Thank you so much.
सर डॉक्टर साहब एक ऑब्जर्वेशन है.
हाँ प्लीज.
लास्ट मंथ की बात ना, आई वाज इन जयपुर. महावीर कैंसर हॉस्पिटल है, उसके सामने खड़ा हुआ था. तो मेरे को स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ स्मेल आई थी. बड़ी टिपिकल स्मेल थी. और मैंने पूछा कि क्या भाई कैंसर हॉस्पिटल और रेडिएशन की वजह से जो एरिया है वो बड़ा पोल्यूटेड होता है, इसको कैसे प्रोटेक्ट करोगे सर?
देखिए रिगार्डिंग रेडिएशन बहुत सारी भ्रांतियां सोसाइटी के अंदर है. रेडिएशन की कभी कोई स्मेल नहीं आती. दूसरी बात, जब भी कोई रेडिएशन आपको बॉडी को क्रॉस करता है, उस बात वो रेडिएशन उस एनवायरमेंट में नहीं रहता है, पर्टिकुलरली एक्सटर्नल रेडिएशन। अगर आप इंटरनल देते हो, कोई रेडियो आइसोटोप देते हो बॉडी के अंदर, जैसे अपन करते हैं कुछ सर्टेन रेडियो डायग्नोसिस, रेडियो आइसोटोप से रेडिएशन निकलते रहते हैं, वो डबल नहीं होते। लेकिन एक्सरे से किसी को किया, ना तो उसकी स्मेल आती है, ना ही वो किसी को दिखाई देता है, ना ही वो वातावरण में रहता है। ये सारे भ्रांतियां हैं जो इसमें डॉक्टर के समझ कह रहे थे कि नागिन नाचती है, सांप नाचता है, उस प्रकार से रेडिएशन स्मेल करता है।
एक बेहतरीन लेक्चर है, जैसा कि उन्होंने बताया कैंसर ट्रेन के बारे में, और सांगानेर में भी यही वाली स्थिति है। एक तरह से जो पेस्टिसाइड का इस्तेमाल हो रहा है, तो पेस्टिसाइड का इस्तेमाल इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ के साथ जो हमारे स्टार्ट हुआ था 1967 में ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन, उसके साथ हुआ है। तो मेरे हिसाब से ये ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन ना होकर पेस्टिसाइड का रेवोल्यूशन है। लेकिन इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ को, और जब उस टाइम हमारा प्रोडक्शन भी कम था, तो उसको बैलेंस करने के लिए ये काफ़ी आवश्यक था। लेकिन अब जो समय के साथ हमने काफ़ी इम्प्रूवमेंट किया है, तो जैसे कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट में बायो एग्रीकल्चर है, जैविक खेती है, उसका भी जो चलन बढ़ा है। एक बार मैं पंजाब में भी गया था, तो वहाँ पे एक जमींदार थे, तो उन्होंने जो खाना परोसा मुझे, तो वहाँ पे 2 टाइप के उन्होंने फिर खेत बताया एग्रीकल्चर के कि ये हमारे लिए अलग से रिसर्च के लिए जो बायो एग्रीकल्चर है, हम बिल्कुल जो बायो जैविक रूप से इस्तेमाल करते हैं उर्वरक का, खादों का, और उसके बाद में हम उसको यूटिलाइज करते हैं, और मार्केट के लिए अलग है। तो ये एक बड़ा कंपनी है कि जो मार्केट में जो प्रोडक्ट आ रहे हैं, और जैसा कि संजय बताया कि हर्बल मेडिसिन है, उनसे हम इसको कैसे रोक सकते हैं। तो लेकिन इसको पहला ही ना हो, इसको ज़्यादा बढ़ने देते, तो मेरे हिसाब से सर का काफ़ी बेहतरीन लेक्चर है। और मैं जो हमारा है उनका मैडम का मैं इससे शुक्रिया करता हूँ कि इतनी बेहतरीन जो एनवायरमेंट प्रोटेक्शन की जो इन्होंने मुहिम उठाई है, उसको आगे बढ़ते हैं, हम आपके साथ रहेंगे।
Entered some farms where everybody is using NPK 1919 or NPK 13045. Without using that, they are not doing farming, which is very harmful for earth. I came to know, as I don't know much about this agriculture, but they are saying, and I have searched in that internet and all, which is very harmful, and it will be there in the earth for many years, and it will continuously spoil the earth. And why they are using only that? Why can't we can implement this type of substitutes from these medicinal plants or whatever it may be? Why can't we suggest? Because it's very horrible. They don't know anything. Just if we use this only, we are getting yield. Otherwise, we are not getting yield. They are giving the answer. So, is there any solution for that? And by which we can just bring some awareness in the farmers? That is not only for them. Just they are seeing only their present generation profits. They are not seeing their future generations, which they are spoiling their own earth, which is the mother earth we are calling, and we are spoiling ourselves. And this will be not useful for the future generations. Why can't so many places, even in the foreign countries, we are seeing we have to go for organic for this cultivation and all. Why our India is so behind? Why our India is not following? Why can't we suggest, being you all are environmental professors, why can't you bring the awareness for the farmers by visiting some places? At least monthly once, being professors, if you visit and give some guidance to them, definitely even from each village 1 or 2 farmers changes their mindset. It will be huge impact on our India as well as the world. Is it possible?
Yeah, very important question. Tomorrow in the morning, the first session, you will have a very nice lecture on pesticide. Dr. Mira ma'am is here, my senior faculty member, CID Reformer Health Department, and she will take, I think, all this point she will take into consideration. So I will not discuss one more thing. What happens in Bikaner? I mentioned to you the trains come from the Punjab districts. Due to farming, due to unusual using of the different kinds of pesticides, we have the conference hall in the Care Hospital Bikaner. Doctors once in a week, they gather all the farmers. They give lecture. Why you all farmers, you are suffering from the cancer? It means you are misusing the pesticide or insecticides to increase your yields. So Dr. Meera madam will discuss tomorrow morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. And ma'am, I would like to add one thing. My guide is here. When I started learning the first class, he told us there is a book called Castigliano's Toxicology, and the first phrase was, everything is a poison. The right dose differentiates a poison in a right. So it's all the matter of the dose. You can kill a person just by salt, decide the right dose. And you are right, ma'am, you have taken up such a wonderful question. Education is only the solution to every protection. Until unless we educate our farmers, nothing is going to happen. I say it's 0.01 ppm, and it is taken and thrown the fields. So, we all had a very long day, and I thank everyone on the behalf of my patron and principal, Dr. Ghulam Singh ji, and from the organizers. You all are wonderful people, beautiful people who made this conference a huge success. 7:30 we had a conference dinner. We are going to have a conference dinner, and on the behalf of my patron and principal, Dr. Ghulam Singh ji, I invite you all to that dinner. And till then, take rest. And tomorrow we are starting sharp at 8:30 to 9:30. We have a breakfast in Aura, and after that 9:30 sharp, we will have our session starting. And the first speaker of the day will be Dr. Meera Srivastava. So tomorrow also we are going to have a long day. So chill for an hour, and I'll see you all at Aura at 7:30. Have a great day. Bye bye, and you all are amazing people. Thank you so much.